Welcome to Team List Tuesday. It's round 18, and the Bunnies are taking on the Warriors in a short turnaround over there in NZ on Friday at 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock their time. And just before we get started, whoop, there you go. So the stream's working. Bunnies TV is brought to you this month by Darryl Lee's The Cheesecake Shop. New blocks, and you've got the Black Forest milk chocolate with cherry flavoured jellies, and you've got the caramel cheesecake milk chocolate. Now, that caramel cheesecake, when you open it up and just smell it, you'll know it's quality chocolate, and Darryl Lee has been making it better since 1927. So the teams are dropped today. Cameron Murray and Hosty took early guilty pleas from charges arising from the loss. We're going to have a quick chat about that to the Cows. But Cam just copped a fine. Hosty, unfortunately, has got a 2-week ban for a shoulder charge. So he is out. So the news is that Chickham comes in, Michael Chickham. Liver's back, Saliva Havili, and also Shaq Mitchell appears on the bench as well. So he's brought a few in, a few changes there, and welcome to our live chatters. Michael Tasker, g'day mate. And I know that him and Josh Kemp will be heading over to New Zealand. I had a chat to them up in the P&O members deck after the game, and they get the flight on Thursday. It gets into New Zealand 1 o'clock Friday morning. Then they go to the game and fly home Saturday morning. So that's commitment. It is a big game. It's a short turnaround, but I think it's probably a good thing after this terrible loss we've had to be straight back into it. And Mick C has said, "Hi, Mavo, you legend. I love Bunnies TV. Coach gone with big cattle off the bench this week." There you go. So, yes, Big Shaq. You know, I was a little bit surprised he wasn't there last week, but he gave him a bit of a run in the seconds, I think it was, and he needed a bit of footy. He's been out for a while, so I can completely understand why he has done that. So we'll just quickly go back to the Cowboys game. I was out there, like I said, I hosted the post-game show for the Rabbitohs, and Jai Arrow come up and had a chat on the stage, and he was quite honest about what he thought of the performance. He wasn't full of praise, let me say that. And look, we are in a bit of a slump. And I know JD spoke about it in the press conference. He knows that, we've got to get things right. They've got to defend better. We were hung in there for the first half. There wasn't much in it. We went in at 5-0 down, which was quite a bizarre scoreline, but they came out firing. I was worried about this Cowboys side. They have got a whole lot of Origin guys, and they all come back full of confidence after they won the series. And congratulations to Queensland. I'm not sure why Cameron Murray didn't get onto the second half, or maybe never know. I thought Cookie would have been better starting. He ended up in the centres. I felt a bit sorry for you, Cookie, if you're watching this. And I thought Keon probably should have been there. Some of the New South Wales forwards might not be there for Game 3. And also, Campbell Graham, he's more reliable fitness-wise than Big Tommy Turbo, I think. So I think Keon and Campbell, Game 3. Let's see how that pounds out. But look, the Cowboys dominated possession, 58% possession to 42. Very hard to win when you haven't got the ball. They completed at 84% and we completed at 67%. So those two stats alone tell a bit of the tale. We also missed more tackles and we made more errors. So you don't win footy games when you're doing that. And look, the boys know that. They know they've got to be better. Unfortunately, we've got no Latrell Mitchell now till after the bye. So the calf injury is worse than what was thought. And Trev Gillis has joined us, channel member. And he said the boys were a bit flat. So, and you can become a member of this channel. There's a link in the description of this video. And it's also Beanies for Brain Cancer round, before I forget, because it's so important. I got one last year. It was great, the brownie-coloured beanie. This year they're a blacky, whitey colour. There's a link in the description of this video right now if you want to buy a beanie for brain cancer round. Link to the Mark Hughes Foundation. Fantastic work. So where was I? So, yeah, the boys know they've got to be better. And we have been in a bit of a slump. We've lost, I think, 4 out of 5. So we went from leading the comp to now we're sitting in 8th position. But on the bright side, if you have a look at the competition table, we are only 2 wins off first spot and we've got 2 buys in the bank. So for those pushing the panic button, hold off, because that's where I was. We've lost Latrell and we don't have Jai Arrow. 2 of our best players, 2 of our origin stars. Now, Trell Mitt back after the bye. So, and the same with Jai with his syndesmosis problem. He confirmed that to me on stage the other day. And Karina Haas has joined us all the way from Germany. Hello, Karina. Not sure what time it is over there, but it's probably some ungodly hour, and she's committed to this channel. She loves getting on here and chatting. So you can live chat. There's a live chat button at the bottom of the YouTube screen. Now, where was I? So, so here's the equation. We've got the Warriors this week. Then we've got the Bulldogs the week after. Then we get a much-needed second bye, and then we should get all the troops back. And then we take on the Broncos in a monstrous clash up on the Sunshine Coast. I think it's Friday night footy. So that's the equation. Now, what we need to do is win these next 2 games, get to the bye. And Karina said it's 9:15 a.m. here. Oh, that's all right. It's a reasonable hour. So welcome again, Karina, and to everyone who's live chatting. So, yes, important clash against the Warriors. Now, they were pretty awesome the other day. DWZ, 4 tries, 48 points I think they scored. So they are a good side, and we need to turn it around quickly to get some wins on the board. We've got to turn our season around, starting on Friday against the Warriors. I'll go through the team. Now, I've just released the article, my Team List Tuesday article on bunniestv.au. Make sure you bookmark that website. Make sure you have a click of a few links in there, and there is a link to all of our sponsors on our homepage. So they've all got websites. Blastpit's got an Instagram. Click through to those links. Have a look at the people that support us here on the show. It's called Go Media Stadium now in Auckland. Friday the 30th of June. Okay. It used to be Mount Smart, didn't it? But maybe that's just where it is. Now, we've got Taffy at the back, AJ and Richie Kenner on the wings, Isaiah Tass and Stretch Campbell-Graham in the centres. Cody and Lockie in the halves. Look for big games out of them, those 2 boys. Cody was a bit off the other day too against the Cowboys, and very unlike him. Those passes usually stick. Couple that went to the touchy, so I think he'll bounce back. He just had a quad strain too, so bit of time out of footy, maybe not feeling 100%, so we all know Cody's a lot better than that. Front row, we got Junior, Totola and Hame Sele. Cookie, Damien Cook is the hooker. Kian Kalou-Matangi and Michael Cheekham in the second row, and Cameron Murray at captain. Hope you're okay, Cam. He copped a shot there when he said he surrendered, but he just sort of got the ball and copped a knee and then had to go off, and there was no penalty against him. So that was a bit of a controversy there. So there's a couple of things in the game that didn't go our way, but having said that, we didn't play well enough to win. You'll all probably agree with that. On the bench, Saliva Havili makes a welcome return. Shaq Mitchell, Davey Mawale and Thomas Burgess. So some big bodies there, like Trev Gillis said. And Russell Coit said no changes in the backs. Wow. So, well, I was just going to say 18th man is Tyrone Munro. So, I don't know what's going to happen there. But I did speak to JD last week, and he is pretty keen on Tyrone, as I am, as most of you would be, because he's got a lot of talent. He scored a try in the New South Wales Cup last week, and JD told me that he is tempted to play him sooner rather than later. So, not saying he's going to do it this week, but the thing is, the New South Wales Cup are playing the curtain raiser over there, the game before. So they're all sighted getting on the bus today, so there'll be no Captain's Run live this week, I suspect. Well, not from me anyway, because they're going to be in NZ. They're probably on the plane right now. If any of the boys are watching at the airport or whatever, or they're already over there, yeah, he's going. I know we've got a lot of fans in NZ, like watching our live stream, so hello to all you Kiwis over there. Hello to everyone who's watching across Australia and around the world, connecting the Rabbitohs community here on Bunnies TV. Now, the extended bench, you got, like I said, Tyrone, Tane Milne, Footy Dean Hawkins, Pete Mamazelis, and Jacob Gagai, who was good a couple of weeks ago out there at Coogee Oval. So he's knocking on the door too with some good performances, young Jacob. So we have got the New South Wales Cup curtain raiser. They will play at 5:30, 3:30 here. So, yeah, 3:30 here. I'm not sure if it's on Foxtel. I'll have to check that. Usually not maybe the Friday one, but it'd be nice if they did. And, yeah, so that's a pretty much the similar team. I think Jackson Ramey's come up out of the flag maybe to take a spot on the bench. And the Jersey Flag have got the bye. So there's only the 2 games, and all the team lists are on bunniestv.au on our website, like I said. So have a look at that. So we'll just catch up with the people that are live chatting because I've been talking away. Anthony Grunstein's joined us. Hello, mate. And he said, time to get the season back on track. We can do this. Yes, we can. Now, we went into premiership favourites. We've been playing some great footy. So to the doubters, I suspect that this team's going to hit back. They know that they can play great footy. They know they can defend well. They've been defending well all year, and it's just sort of gone away a bit. Now, Russell Coit said, is there any truth South are talking to Toby Sexton? That's news to me, Russell. I'm not sure on that one. And Peter Cockler said, mate, we need Tyrone to play this week and need to tackle big game bunnies. Well, there you go. And then Russell Coit agreed that Munro has more upside than Kenner. Well, look, Richie Kenner's played great for South since every time he's put the jersey on, he hasn't let the team down. Tyrone has got a little bit more X factor. I think he's a big future in this game. If you haven't seen him play, go on Bunnies TV and have a look at some of the tries he scored. He has got good hands too. He's a footballer, an out-and-out footballer with pace. He's just got that little bit of something that you want, like AJ has on the left. And Karina said, I will follow the game on my travel to Karlovy Vary on Friday. Well, have a good trip. And Peter Cockler says that the New South Wales Cup team has won the last 3. Time for a change. So, yeah, well, this is the way it's always been. If your first ain't performing and your seconds are, they're knocking on the door, blokes start looking over their shoulders. So maybe JD's said that to them and saying, boys, get out there and win a game. Otherwise, you might be having a spell in the seconds. So that's the way it's always been. And Russell Coit agrees, said that's it, Mavo. Could be a superstar, Munro, a lot like Buller at the Tigers. There you go. And Paul Cullen's joined us, one of my favourites, the Wagga Whiz. Hello, PC. Welcome, mate. So thanks to all my live chatters who are in there and giving us some topics to talk about on the show. I won't keep you much longer. You can see our sponsors at the back there, but we will just go through them. We got NG Farah, the Juniors Group of Clubs, Barnaby Water, Premium Structured Spring Water, bottled at the source. George's Cameras, you're watching this on our George's camera, our Canon XF 605 camcorder. Dot Bell Constructions, Blast Pit, and Site Pizza. We're giving away $100 pizza every week. Thank you to the people that have gone to Site Pizza, taken photos of the food you eat, the pizza, the ribs. Delicious food there at Site Pizza Maroubra and also Little Bay. And then we use the photos the next week to promote Everyone's Happy. And yeah, the one sent to us last week by Paul Delaney and Linda, the big prawn pizza. I know Scotty Singles rates it. Beautiful food there. So do yourself a favour, head into Site Pizza. And Trev Gillis will be watching in Ballina. Number 2 Pennants Bowls playoff. Oh, there you go. So he's our He's a channel member, Trev Gillis, one of our biggest supporters here on the show, and you can roll him down the green too, old Trev Gillis. So good luck, mate. We'll leave you there. Thanks to everyone who's supporting us here on Bunnies TV. We really need to get a win. The season, there's a lot of time left in the season, but if we can get the win over the Warriors, the win over the Dogs, 2 points for the bye, then we're going into the Broncos game full of confidence. If we can beat them, they're still had the most wins. I think they're on 11 wins, we're on 9. So important that we get some wins in the bank and then go up there and take on Renault's Broncos. And won't that be a big game coming up? The next home game for the Rabbitohs is at Acor, will be the Bulldogs game. And, yeah, so Warriors, Bulldogs, bye, beat the Broncos, and then we're back on track and on our way to a deep finals run for the mighty Rabbitohs.